because it's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the London Black Knights and the Philadelphia Eagles. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Big river.
Our first carry now for Jordan Howard. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Manziel. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. 12 yards there and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Manziel. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opened things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Howard. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is 3rd and 1, very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some big jelly or something like that.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On fourth down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mike. Come on. Captain. You better bring it. 5. 59 is Mike. 59 is Mike. Check. 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Shoot. Check. Pass 85.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. All you get is a headache.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's going to be caught by Samuel. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Allen going to throw. Looking long for Thomas. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, Zoom. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
On second down and 4. Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. That one a first down pickup of 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket, that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement.
Man, where the
out of
pass
pocket.
interference at? What the
Throw
fuck?
the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
You don't know no better. Check. Regular.
Allen now going to throw again. And he whips that one incomplete there. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Eyes up. Middle. Right, check. 59. Check Mike.
Allen maybe with a free play. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Let's go.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got it in.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Come on, set. 70, Indy. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Shoot.
Now Manziel. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 11-yard line.
ready at the line. This Philly offense set to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
319. Defense wins championships, baby. Hey, home. Check 59. Hey, Delta. It's 59. Mike to 59. You don't want none. You don't get it. Pick up the ball. Kill. Check 50. Check 50.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. That's Samuel caught left side. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got double up.
Throwing now is Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Taking a shot for Samuel. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ready? 10 logo. 52's the mic. Let's go.
They're going to look to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into pop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Deuce. Check 52. Alert.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at about the 14. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll throw now on the final play. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And that's caught inside the 35. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Allen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Regular. Hey, high 7.
From the gun, it's Allen. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Allen, he's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Allen to throw once more. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3, and this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over, and it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty.
Now he's hit, and the ball comes out. Manziel lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yeah, let's go sack lunch.
Manziel.
Wow, he caught that bitch.
And he's going to come down with it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, they run with Howard. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Move! Check, 59. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Middle. Give me that ball.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, Steve. 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, foxtrot. Let's go. Let's bring it. Mike, check.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And it's fielded at the 34. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
1st down and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Why is he grabbing by his face?
Somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Go now. 70, Indy.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Down. 8, read. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Let's go.
Here's Manziel. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Max 22, Max 22. Half 85, half 85. 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Hey, watch the slant, Go.
From just shy of midfield, Allen is going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Half. Mike, check, 59.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th.
I did not mean to throw that.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. On 1st down. It's Howard, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 49-yard line.
Set, 30 base. 32 the mic. Watch the slant.
2nd and 11. He's got the hook up to Miller. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to throw here. And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18 on the play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I had that interception.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Not paying attention.
Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Try to punch it in with Howard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jordan Howard in the final minute, and his guys have taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Go, go.
Back to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to... a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Then he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run on 1st down. Howard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Howard. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. third down. This is Howard. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. There's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up fourth down. Zane Gonzalez on for the field goal.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for our visitors, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.